Who is Walt Disney? A Who's Board Book by Elizabeth Kaiser. Art by Stanley Chow. When Walt Disney was young, his family lived on a farm. They didn't have a lot of money, but Walt was free to have the fun he could imagine. And he had a big imagination. Walt loved to make pictures of the animals around him on the farm. He would draw for hours and hours. Walt's days of fun were over when his family sold the farm and moved to the city. His father started a new job, and Walt and his big brother Roy had to work, too. But drawing still made Walt happy, and he discovered that his funny pictures, called cartoons, could make other people happy, too. He dreamed of becoming a famous cartoonist. Then his job would be to draw pictures all day. As a young man, he worked hard to make his dream come true, but he couldn't do it alone. His brother Roy helped him open a studio with many talented artists. They made moving cartoons, also called animations. Now all they needed were some big ideas. And Walt had plenty of those. One of his first big ideas was to add sound to an animated cartoon. It was about a funny mouse named Mickey and other animals inspired by Walt's childhood. Mickey Mouse became instantly famous, and everyone wanted more of Walt's cartoons. This gave Walt an even bigger idea. Most cartoons were only a few minutes long, but what if his studio could make a cartoon as long as a movie? It took years of hard work, but it was a huge hit. Soon, his studio was making lots of movies for families to enjoy. By now, Walt had a family of his own, and he loved playing with his children. One day, watching his daughters ride the merry-go-round, he had a really big idea. Walt imagined a marvelous park filled with rides, candy adventures, where every child and grown-up would have a world of fun. Walt's dream became Disneyland, the famous family theme park. To build it, he asked his team of artists and engineers to dream big and use their imaginations. Even with all the incredible things he created, Walt never stopped dreaming big. His huge imagination still inspires many artists and creators, and make lots of people happy. Walt Disney was born in Chicago, Illinois, but spent his happiest years on his family's farm in Marceline, Missouri. There, he was left to his imagination and spent endless hours drawing. But Walt's happy childhood changed when his family moved to Kansas City and he had to work on his father's newspaper route. Walt learned how to work hard, but he never forgot what it felt like to be a carefree child. When he got better at drawing, Walt left high school, hoping to become a cartoonist. He eventually moved to Hollywood, California, where he and his older brother Roy started an animation studio. His studio made one of the very first short cartoons with sound, starring his new character Mickey Mouse. Walt's cartoons became famous, but he didn't stop there. His studio invented cartoon movies, and then began making TV shows, all for children and families. Later, inspired by his own children, Walt built the first major family theme park. Today, the Walt Disney Company is one of the biggest entertainment companies on the planet, and Walt's creations are still beloved around the world by children and children at heart. A cartoonist. A creator. A dreamer.